Okay, hello, hello. We are doing the rest of the octopus. So what we did the night before, and I'll show everybody, is we went ahead and did the drawing, and then we took the wooden stick and put the masking fluid on it and let it dry naturally. Much better to let it dry naturally, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint it, and then at the very end, we'll be removing the dots, and then we'll be filling them in with something. I'll just show you real quick for those viewers at home what it looks like. I've got a couple people in the class, so if they've got questions, not a problem, but I'm doing this live tonight. Okay? All right, cool. And we miss everybody who's not able to be here. We'll do shout outs to Joanne and to who else? To Terry, because she's going to be watching the video, and whoever does this. Okay, so we already put a little bit of water on our paint tray. I have all the colors here. We're going to start with cerulean blue, very light blue, and then this crazy dark blue, and this is the purple. This one here is called Purple Lake. It's sort of a mauve color. We have the orange and the beautiful green, a little bit of yellow there, and also the Payne's gray for if you ever need to darken something. You may not want to darken it. But when we refer to the piece of paper in front of us, there will be times when we want to get a little darker. And so that's when we're probably going to use our beautiful dark color. Okay, so hang on to this so we can be referring to it. I'm going to be starting with this guy. It's real light. We're going to do light blue, and then right afterwards, we're going to add a little bit of dark blue and a little bit of purple. So you guys are ready with that one, right? Yeah, you see this one? Okay, cool. Yes, we are going to pre-wet, and I'm actually using a small brush. This is just like a one that you get with any old kit. This is actually not even a fancy one at all. Sometimes that is, I don't know, I just like different sizes. No, maybe a little bigger than that. I'm gonna use, come on, Joan. This is a number, well, I always go for the 6. I either go for the 6 or the 4. So I'm cleaning off my brush because you know that they're usually dirty. And I'm not going to put a lot, but I do need to tell you that it's okay to paint right over the bubbles. Don't be worried about it, okay? Don't worry about those little, you know what they remind me of? They remind me of the silly little bumps that they have for people who can't see. And I bet they are bummed by them too. You know, like at Costco, and then your eggs jump all over the place. You know, when you're leaving Costco, guys, you know what I'm talking about? Those silly bumps. Oh, those drive me crazy. Okay, so I am getting it wet. And I'm looking at my picture so that I don't get the whole thing wet. I mean, you know, like there's that little white bit in there and just enough. And now remember, we don't paint right from the pod. I'm going to take a little bit of it and put it right here so that I'm not tempted to make it too dark. So I'm going to go ahead and put some in. I always love the beginning of a book and the beginning of a painting because I just feel like the possibilities are endless, you know? I love taking a book and cracking its back. Is that crazy, you guys? I do. I crack it. And then I get a little sad when I'm done reading something because I miss the characters. But when I'm done painting something, I am not sad. I am breathing a sigh of relief that I'm done with it. But I'm also the type that will not go back and fix it. You know how sometimes you say, "Oh, I'm going to go back and fix it." No, 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 no. Once I've done it, I've done it. I saw one of my paintings on a person's wall one time. They had gone to this little shop and bought one of my paintings. It was next to Peony Hardware. They used to have a little place there, a little crafters mall, and I used to bring my stuff there. I don't know if you guys remember that or not in Novato. And I I was at her house and I said, "Oh, oh, that's one of my paintings. And I looked real closely at it. I had forgotten the shadows on one side of it. I don't think she noticed, but I noticed. It was so embarrassing, but I didn't say anything. I didn't say, oops, let me take that off the wall and put those shadows in. Oh, well. Okay. So after I get it in there, that is my light. And now I'm going to go and take a little bit of my, just a tiny bit, and I'm going to bring it over here, my phthalo blue. And you guys can talk anytime you want. Don't think that just because I'm making a recording. I'm okay with you talking. All right, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to try and keep it along here. I really want to try and keep my colors separate because I felt that the first time I did it, I got a little too dark. If you're going for dark, that's okay. But I'm going for control this time, even though it's just a crazy, wild creature. Now, what I think makes it look best is if when you put the color down, you make sure that you get the dots. Because when that comes up, you're going to have a real nice delineation between the area. So if you make sure that you put the nice layer down where those dots are.
The other blue on top of this?
I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. I'm using the darker blue on top. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that. Yeah, I used the light blue first.
Yeah,
yep,
I got that.
I did that. I did the light blue first, and then I took the phthalo blue.
Yeah.
And then I went on top, but I did it right over here. So I kind of put it off to the side, you know. And I know I've got that line there and I kind of wish I didn't, but what do you do? You know, there's going to be some lines and then afterwards, sometimes if I feel that it's a little too, like I want it lighter, I can go in and do a little mopping up. Remember how we do that? We go in and just take it and push it around because, you know, I don't want it to be flat. And heck, it's got to have, see, I'm going to drop in a little water and I'm going to push that around and that'll look really pretty. See, it kind of gives it a little movement going on there. And we like that. Makes us look fancy. I'm going to take a teeny bit of my purple. Okay, I'm going to go like this again. And make sure that it's nice and loosey-goosey. And then if I look at my picture, I notice that right on the edge here, if you go right on the edge, it's a little bit of purple, not a lot. And I think by putting in the different colors and being very careful about it, it's really going to make the colors just pop out. It's going to be like, whoa, look at that guy. He's got crazy colors. We were just talking about how octopuses or octopi, I don't know how to say it, they can change color and they can do all sorts of things, you know, some of them do that. Now, I'm noticing in this one that there's a little bit of a dark blue. I would consider this area right here. I'm going to put in a little bit here. I'm going to use it on the edge. I'm going to go for the Payne's gray. Okay, so if you see where I'm pointing right here, it's the Payne's gray area. So where is my Payne's gray? You ask? Right here. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of it. Okay. Rinse it off, take a little bit of it. And I'm going to dry it off a little bit too on my paper towel. And then I'm going to look at that picture and put it in just a little bit along those ridges. And we can build it up, you know. I'm not putting in too much. And I don't want it to go anywhere. So I may have to go in and do a little work. I'm going to take my brush, clean it off, and make sure I pick up some of the spider webby things that are coming off of it. I don't want it to be too spider webby. And because I did that, now I have to put in a little more blue. It's going to be so pretty. It kind of looks like it's going up. See how it looks like it's turning a corner here? Oh, right here. It looks like it's turning a corner. So I'm going to try and make this right here a little darker. I'm putting some water on this painting so you can see it. Do you see how it looks like that's a foot coming up? So here it goes. I'm going to try it by taking a little bit of my Payne's gray and then taking a little bit of my purple. So I'm making sort of a Payne's gray purple. We'll see if it works. I don't want too much water on it though. I feel like I have too much water on it. So I'm going to get a little bit of that purple. Aha, there we go. Now I've got a dark purple. And now I'm going to go in where it looks like it's going up, and I'm going to put it in the foot right here. Yep, that's what happens. Okay, and then I'm going to go back again in this little area. And I hope it's not too soon, like maybe I should have waited till it dried a little bit, but there, I put it in anyway. And now I'm going to go back in and make this a little darker. Yeah, it is nice that I waited while it dried a little bit, because then I have a definite difference between the light and the dark. Now, I didn't put all the dots going in. There were too many and they were too tiny. So I don't think I'm going to concern myself. Later, I might put in the water, you know, the white, but I don't see why it's that big of a deal. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of that dark stuff. I just want it to look like it's got the roly-poly going on. So I am putting that in a little bit. I'm doing it a little different from the picture, only because I didn't take the time to erase my lines very much. So I feel like my lines are kind of getting in the way. That's the only bad thing about my picture, is I wish that I had erased my lines. And maybe I can still erase them, you know? It's not like it's like the ship hasn't sailed yet, but I feel that I didn't do a lot of a good erasing. So I'm going to go back and erase. Okay. And then again, I'm going to push that away and see, did it turn out? Do you think it turned out? I just love the brightness of these colors, you know? All right, so now that we're done with that one, we're going to move on and let's go ahead and do, how about we do this guy? And if you'll notice, it looks like this guy right here, guys. It looks like it's dark. I'm not going to pre-wet it. I'm just going to make this dark line right here. I'm going to start in the center and I'm going to go round and round and round with my phthalo blue. And I'm going to put in that line. And then I'm going to take my light blue and put in that little bit there and there and go ahead and do this area. I'm going to pre-wet this area, but I'm going to try and leave the line because I want that dark line there. Do you see what I'm talking about, guys? Is that cool? All right, so here it goes. I'm going to go over here, get my dark blue going. It doesn't, there we go. I'm just going to get the nice and roll it around and get it so it's on my tip. Okay, so then And I said I was going to erase. I said I was going to erase. And am I erasing? No, of course not. I really can't erase because of the dots. So it's kind of like, this is the cross I bear. I'm just going to have to deal with it, you know? So tough tiddlywinks. All right, here it goes. I'm going around. Taking the tip. And I'm going to go around. Doesn't even look like it goes around there, but it goes up and then down. Okay, and then this part here is nice and dark, but it'll become purple, maybe. So there we go. I'm going to go right here. And now I'm going to go in again and make it a little darker. Make it thicker. Mm-hmm. So, Miriam, where did you find, not Miriam, Marlene. Did I say your name right? Marianne.
Yes.
God, I can't even say your name. Where did you hear about that man who bought his kids, instead of a dog, he got them an octopus? Was that on YouTube?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And he's in Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
And he's a teacher.
Oh.
And so he bought it. I'm not sure exactly what class he taught. I think he's a high school teacher. And it's just a fascinating story.
Yes, it is.
You have to watch that. It's amazing.
I will. Bo, stop it. I bet your dog will hear my dog. Okay. While I'm at it, guys, I'm going to go down and do the same thing over to this one, because I'm already in the mode of doing this thing. Do you see which one I'm working on now? I'm going down below and I'm going to put that swirly in. Okay?
Yes.
Because now that I'm in swirly mood, I might as well get it done. And I don't even know how good this is going to look, but that's all right. This one's a little lighter, but there we go. Lighter. Okay. You know what? There's a third swirly coming up there too. There's a swirly that goes across his mouth. So I'm going to go in and put the swirly in by his mouth.
You have a way steadier hand than I do. I think if I think about it too much, it's just like, you just have to do it.
Is it shaky?
I'm thinking too much and I just need to swirl. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Just swirl, woman. Yeah. Well, this one actually goes all the way down. This swirly literally, let's see, where does this swirly go? Oh, this swirly goes, it's almost like there's two here. There's a swirly goes here. Oh, that's swirly. Did I get the wrong one? Oops, I started doing his mouth. Darn it, Joan. I went off on the wrong swirly. I did part of his mouth. Darn it all. Oh, well, that's all right. So what? So he's got a little bit of blue on his mouth. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take a little bit of water. Okay, and I'm going to go in there. I might as well just go in with the light blue, just a little bit of light blue and with the water. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going in and putting the light blue in there. I'm being careful because I didn't give you a lot of light blue either. All right, now I kind of want this to meld in though. So we have to go in the center, right? because we've got the dark blue and the light blue for the swirly. It sounds like we're talking about Elf, you know, when he said, and then I went through the swirly forest. Do you guys see Elf? I love that show. Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess this goes here too, oddly enough. Oh, this touches. Yeah, see, it goes right there. All right. Well, I thought that it didn't, but I guess it does. And then Swirlyville keeps happening. It's going to be so much fun when we're done and we get to reveal and see when the dots are taken off. Ooh. All right. I am still using the light blue. And then I think we're going to do light blue. And then we're going to switch to the pink right here. So I'm going to keep the light blue going for a little while. And I'm going to drop in some water because I feel like I'm being too careful. And so I want it to look pretty. And I think it might be time to, it looks like there's some darker stuff in there too, doesn't it? It looks like the darker stuff is like right against the wall. I do notice that a little bit. Do you notice that, how it gets dark right there? Yeah, we got all dark stuff going there. All right, dark, dark, dark. And then purple. I love that purple color.
Yeah, I like that too.
So I'm going to go in for the purple lake, it's called. The one that looks like this. It's pink. It's almost pink. And then I'm going to wet my brush and just go in. See what happens. Ooh. Whew. Now, because this sort of looks purpley, I'm going to paint right over it because the two will become one, and then it'll get sort of a purpley color. That's what I'm thinking. And get some of that dark stuff. All right. That's pretty. The nice thing about this is anything that we do will look pretty. You know, I can't imagine any of it looking wrong as long as we're sort of staying within the lines. And then, yeah, we'll do the drips later. We will do the drips later. Okay, I'm going to go right here and get in this little, it almost looks like a little triangle. I'm going to go for it and put the pink, but my pink has turned a little bit purpley. I'm doing my triangle. And I didn't even pre-wet it. Okay. Looks like there's a little blue in there too. On the edge. All right. Let's just let that alone because we don't want to do 2 areas. You know, remember that whole thing about keeping them separate. So I can't go down and do this one yet, you know. Try not to go so dark, but I got to tell you, I just love that dark look about it. So I am going to go in here and drop some water just to see if I can't get that to be a little lighter. I'm going to blot it a little. Ooh, that was a good idea. You just take my thing and blot it. See what happens. Put a little water in there and then blot it. It does different things, you know. All right. So are you guys sort of on the same page with me?
Yeah.
So far we've done one a little bit there. I think we could go for twirly twirly right here. By the time we get to this, it'll be dry, or we could dry it. Or, hold on, maybe we should go for the one that goes across his mouth. Let's do that one, okay? So the one I'm going to work on now is I'm going to pre-wet it. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of water down. And this is the one that goes across his mouth, his body, or whatever you want to call that part. And then it goes all the way down to where it crosses with the other one. So that's the whole thing we're going to do. And make sure, even if your dots don't do it, or make sure you go a little bit farther out than your dots, because then it will capture the bubbles, you know? You see how I got it just a little bit outside the bubbles. So even if your line doesn't go there, go ahead and go out a little bit more. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. All right, here it goes. I'm going to go with light blue, my cerulean. And I see that there's a lot of it. Let's see, I guess I'll just start here and put it on the outside. It's kind of weird painting over these bumps. It feels so weird. Oh, Don must be home. Birthday boy. He's 55 today.
The birthday man is home.
The birthday man is home. I hope he's not miffed that I don't have dinner ready for him. He knows me.
Let's see if he won.
He even did the dishes this morning.
What a good man.
I know. Okay. He really is a good guy. He's so good to his mother. Oh my gosh. He takes care of her.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Sometimes begrudgingly with me, he says stuff, but not to her. You know, it's just like,
That's
I
just
hope my kids see that too. Just say, well, guys, I know. Hello, did you win? Did you kick their butt? Not as good.
Huh. Did he win?
Yep.
Who
did you beat? Jay and Trisha.
Nice.
Nice, Miriam says. Ken and Laura tomorrow. What time?
Oh, Ken and Laura, that's tough.
That's tough, she said.
Ken was my partner.
Ken was her partner. Ken was
the in the ADO, in the other league.
back in the day. Well, then the thing is, maybe you can tell us what Ken's weaknesses are.
Doesn't have many.
Oh, Miriam says he doesn't have many. Ooh.
Happy birthday, Dawn.
She says happy birthday. Thank you. Nice relay. Class is going
Totally.
great. I've got 2 star students here. Well, remember I said I was going to do it again tomorrow night?
Yeah.
It's okay because I wanted to give people a time when to do it. And then I also sent a note that said, hey, if you want this video, I'm okay with it. So this is the video I'm sending them. This one of you guys. Okay. So don't say anything about them. Ooh, what should we say about Terry? Terry's a good painter. That's for sure. She's getting better and better. You guys are all getting good. You're going to outgrow me. And
Never.
then you'll be like, oh, Joan, that's so last year. We have gotten so above that. You're painting like a peon. Now, come on. Right? Is that what will happen?
No.
I'm using a little bit of dark right here. I just want you to know I went into my Payne's gray because I wanted this spot here to be very dark. Just FYI. Yeah, I wouldn't say the stuff we do is beginners. I'd say you guys have come quite far, you know? That's what I think anyway. Okay. Well, how's yours coming along? Good? Keep looking at the picture though too, because that'll really help to sort of give you an idea of how we want it to look. Remember, it doesn't have to look like that by any means. It's just a suggestion. And then all right. Well, I'm going to add a little bit of dark to the outside here, and I'm even going to try. And you see how they have the circles around the dots?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to do that. So I'm taking my brush and
You're
I'm
doing it with
going,
your small brush?
I'm taking
Hard.
the tip of my brush and I'm going around the pieces
With what colors?
with the dark blue.
And did you put any of that gray in it?
I did a tiny bit because it is a little darker. And then
Yeah.
all I'm doing is I'm trying to do like around it, like it's a mosquito bite, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm trying that and I think that might look pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, if we could just get that in there. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I do too. At least we'll have something else to go on when we take it off and we can put the dots in the center to make them look like suction cups. I never did that the first time I did it. It's going to be so satisfying picking those off. It's like little boogers. I hope that little girl's okay with it in her hair and everywhere.
Oh, golly, I know.
I hope they didn't have to cut her hair. Can you imagine? Oh my God. No, I'm sure they didn't. But I was talking to everybody like they were 2-year-olds. I'm like, please, please do not drop it. And then what happened? And they were so quiet about it too. Can
Oh my
you
God, I
imagine?
felt so bad.
I did too.
Come on.
He's like, no, I had to give her a shower. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal when little girls have to take showers, or any little kids. You know,
Well,
it's
she
it's
wasn't that little, I don't think, but
wasn't she like 6 or
oh,
8?
really? I was thinking she was 10 or 12. I don't know.
Oh,
I
but
did
the
not
one
see
girl
her.
was taking the class and she's like 8 or 9, isn't she?
Oh,
Yeah.
There were 2 girls and one was the younger one, the one who opened it, and then the other one. So we'll see. I'm wondering if I should do that to a couple other ones down below. I'm gonna try it down below with the darker black.
yeah,
Just a
I did
few.
that too.
Oh, you did that too?
Yeah, just a couple, just to pop them out.
Yeah, good idea. Pop 'em. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, okay. So now what are we gonna do? Now, I don't want to lean all over this, but I do want to get those in there. It's kind of hard when they're so close together though,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, gotta get in there, get that little guy in there. I mean, even if I just get part of it in there, it'll still look cool. Okay. Well, oh. And then if we do need to add more, we can always use the white and we can put them in at the end. So
Yeah.
that'll be good. You know what? We might want to go over to the other ones too and pop these out. Did you guys go over to the other one? I'm going over to the one over here and going around these two. Just a
I
few.
think I will too.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, not all of them, but just some of them, look good. Yeah,
And
Terry
if
was going to try and come tonight, but she just had too much going on. And I
Yeah.
understand that. Okay. All right. Well, when you're ready, we're going to, I guess we only have one more blue one to do, right? If we were to look at all the legs that we're doing. I think, no, we have this one and this one.
Only 2 more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two more. Okay, well, I'm going to work on this one down here. Again, I'm going to put in a little bit of water like we do, pre-wet, but my water's pretty blue. So I'm almost thinking I should clean my water, but I mean, I'm going to be doing blue anyway, so I guess it's okay that I'm putting down blue. It's not like because when I get to another color, I'm definitely going to have to use a different, I'm going to have to use clean water. That's for sure. For sure. All right. Yeah, that one goes up here like that. Yeah. All right. So what do we do with this one? Well, get our blue, our light blue again, and put in some color. Mhm. Oops. Okay. And then when we go over the tops of these, it looks like we've got, I actually see a little bit of the dark blue, or if not the dark blue with the Payne's gray on this section. Oops. Yeah, that's what I see right there. I'm gonna do it like that. I accidentally wasn't showing what I was doing. You know what? I forgot some right here. I forgot to do some bubbles, so I'll add those in later. Or suction cups or whatever you want to call them.
No, I didn't put any on mine either.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, I was getting really into them and then I forgot. Oops, didn't get them right there. Oh well, we'll put them in later. All right, what color do we need now? A little darker stuff. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and dab, dab, dab. Mhm. You know what? I'm still going to lay down the dark because when I put in the white, it'll look real nice in contrast. So even if you don't have, you know, this part right here with the bubbles or the suction cups, we can still make the path for them. I think that'll be good. Yep, that'll work. That'll do, pig. Do you guys remember that? From Charlotte's Web. Was it Charlotte's Web? Did you guys see that show? Probably not, huh?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I don't remember.
it was a long time ago.
I remember a long time ago too.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I like that black line there. I know there's a black line in it, but I don't like it. So I'm going to put dark blue on it. I just don't like it to have that black. It just looks too stark, I think. Woo. You know, a lot of times when I go online and find pictures that I want to paint, I think, oh, I would really like this if, and then I try and paint it how I would like it. You know, like, oh man, they really didn't put many colors in this. I think it needs more colors or whatever. And that's why when I found this guy and how beautiful it was and all the different colors and how we can be kind of sloppy, I thought, oh yeah, that's beautiful. I didn't think I'd have this many people though, I gotta tell you. I really
What do you
did.
mean?
Well, I just kind of put it out there. I thought I'd only have like 2 or 3 people.
Oh, that want to do the octopus? You mean?
Yeah, because it's an octopus. I mean, I don't know. Just doesn't seem like.
Just don't care, Joan. We just want to paint with you.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me want to cry.
It's true.
It's like the day you paid me when I didn't even have anything planned. I'm like, who the hell's paying me? I said, oh my God, Miriam's paid me already for 3 people. I don't have anything planned. And he's like, well, you better get on it. I was like, oh, crud. And I couldn't cancel because you said they were going to be in town. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
oh,
I felt bad after realizing
no,
that.
I'm really glad you did. Are
time.
you kidding me? Because I would have been lazy. It takes time to figure it out, what I want to do. And then I have to post it. Bleh. You know, I was just being lazy. I was being lazy, you know, I get that way. Okay, I'm dropping in some water. Remember, we want a little bit of movement. Drop, drop, drop. I'm going to get some more water real quick. Okay, so I'm going to put this on pause. The recording, pause recording. Okay. All right, so which one should we do now? Well, I think it's time to work on this guy. And it looks definitely like we're going to want to put those little dark pieces around it. Okay, guys, so we're going to do the last blue dealy bopper. And I've been using the same thing the whole time. The same, what's that thing called? Brush. All right, so here I go. Now be careful because the other one's right up next to it. So it's the one on top. So I'm going to go up and get it wet. I've got nice clean water this time. And coming down. And then it looks like there's this funky little orange piece that comes in. So I'm going to let that alone. And I'm just going to go get the outside of it wet. And then I'm going to go down, and then it looks like it goes into like a little, what that part is. That might be his private part, but I don't know. Only they know, right? Hmm. You can't tell, can you? I mean, and who knows what how do they know what sex they are? Or are they the kind like can change, right? Can't what are they called? Uh what the horse ones? What?
Androgynous?
Yes, but there's the horse ones. What are they called? No, but
Um,
what are the horse things called?
Seahorses.
Seahorses.
oh,
And I
I
found
heard
out just yesterday they're actually fish.
they are?
I didn't know they were fish. I figured they were something else. I didn't know what.
Oh, but we don't eat them.
No.
we only did half of it. We're finishing upstairs.
Oh, is that your man?
That's my man.
That's your man. Stand by your man. Okay, obviously I can't sing. All right, now I'm going to get a little of this darker stuff. Okay. And I'm going to go right up into their area. Scary. Scooch down, right? Isn't that what they say? Scooch down. Only women will know what that means. Scooch down. All right. Oh, there's Bella. We had a nice man come to our house today and gave the dogs a haircut.
Wow.
And they didn't even have a van because he used to work at Postmore and now he
Oh.
doesn't. So he came over and met the puppies yesterday. And then today he came over and I thought he did a wonderful job and he didn't charge a lot either. Cut their
Nice.
nails, $55 a dog for coming to our house. I thought that was pretty good.
That is.
And very personable and did it right outside. And I washed them though this morning because he doesn't have a way of drying them. So he said, and so I just put him in the shower with me like I usually do. And I was pleased.
Nice.
Yeah. We spoke Spanish, but his English is very good. Not an issue at all. Okay. Guys, I'm going to have to let this dry a little bit before I put those circles in. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I can put the dark circles in because it's too wet. Is yours too wet too? Or are you putting your dark circles in? You know, like when you go ring around the posy?
Mine's a little wet too, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna let it dry a little bit
I have
too.
to let mine dry a little bit. I can't do ring around the sucker. But I can make this deep dark area a little darker because that's the dark place. All right. I made mine a little lighter up there. You can put a little water on yours if you want, And then I'll do the ring around the posies later. The only other place I see we can do it. You know, we're going to have to splat and splurge and all that other stuff eventually, you know. And that'll be interesting when we do that. But do not worry. Do not fear. We won't do it just yet. We'll do that at the end. Nope, can't do that part. I think the only part we can do is up by his face. We can start with a little bit of a yellow around the nose if you want, or orange. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow on mine. Okay. And then I'm going to do orange, and then I'm going to wait a little while, and then I'm going to do some pink. So this is what I'm going to work on right here. I'm going to get this wet with some nice clean water. Oops, I say clean, but it's not. And we'll see what happens. Just going to do the top part of his nose. I guess I could get the bottom part too. Let's see if this will work. All right, I'm going to put some yellow in there. I have to tell you, I'm a little reluctant to use the orange because I love the purples and everything. I don't know if I'm going to use the orange, you guys. I know I might go off script here. I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm going to use the purple for sure. Oh, you guys, I don't want to use the orange.
I love the orange.
You do?
I do.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
don't know. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, here goes. I'm going to put a little yellow in there and see how I feel about it. Okay. Orange. Put a little yellow there. I'm going to go with green. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but I'm going to go with green. I'm going to go up to the top here. Oh my gosh. I'm doing mine green instead. I'm going against the grain, everyone. You're all like, no, what are you doing? Maybe I'm ruining it and I don't know. Ooh. Got very quiet out there. You guys, I'm not following the rules. And you're rule followers, right? All right. Yep, call me crazy. But I'm going to do those orange bits green. It doesn't help the people at home, though, does it? If I'm doing it a different color. Salud.
Thank you.
Oh, that was a
So
good
wait,
one.
how did you put a little light blue and a little yellow to make that light greenish?
No, you got the green.
Oh,
You better have the green.
I do.
I'm pretty sure I gave it to you. And
It
now,
looks like such a different color on your thing.
I know it does, doesn't it? And then I'm going to do the eye. I go around the eye bit like he's got that baggy eye thing. And I'm using the blue, but with the green, it makes like an aqua color. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's so cool. I know, I'm doing it. I don't care. Oh, that looks wild, guys. Oh man. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Does look different, doesn't it? Not a real fan of it. Oh, I think I might have messed it up. Oh well. I'm dropping water on mine.
There is no messing up. It's
Yeah,
just a
right.
different color.
It's just a different color. You're right. There's no messing up. So we say. The problem is when you're doing it your own color, you sort of have to ad lib. It's just okay. I don't mind. I just have to figure out how I'm going to get this done. But then I can't help you guys either. But it doesn't I don't think you need help on this part. It's just you're trying to get in some color, right? I think the most important thing though is that you have a delineation where his nose is, right here. So I think it's pretty important to keep that part, one part light and one part dark. So you can see that he has the bulbousness of his nose or whatever that part is. See, he's got that bulbous part. That's the issue I'm dealing with right now. And see, because I added the green, I'm going to have to put a little extra green in some areas too, just to make it look like it's part. Otherwise, it's not going to look like it belongs to him. Sorta. I mean, I'm thinking. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I could be right. All right. Now, we're going to have to start doing eventually some crazy stuff where we take our painting and we can blow it, or I'm going to go like this and see if this helps, but that doesn't really work. So I'm going to take it and blow it. Oh, that's kind of wild. Whoa, look at that. Woo, that just looks like it's splatted everywhere. I don't know if you're going to want to blow it. But I am going to go over here and I'm going to put some water. See right where the bottom is, where it gets dark. And I'm going to go and put a little bit of color there. Okay. And then I'm going to take it. Are you ready, guys? And I'm going to smack it. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Check this out. See how it drizzles now?
Yeah.
We got some drizzling going on. Woo! All right. It might have been too soon for the drizzles, but that's all right. We'll see what happens, right? You guys haven't started. You're not into that yet, right? You're
No.
like, I'm not going to mess it up, Joan. I'm not going to mess it up yet, Joan. Okay, here goes. Oh, you know what? Marianne wasn't there for our octopuses when we do the blowing, right? So she doesn't know all about that. Oh yeah. But at least this time I gave you a straw, right? That's kind of cool. All right. So how's your orange going? Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking it.
Good.
I did
Awesome.
orange and a little bit of pink on top.
Ooh, I like it.
It could be terrible, but we'll see.
No, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that.
I see what you mean about the nose. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, you have to try and get like that line, like one part dark and one part light. So it's almost like you have to wait till it dries, you know,
Yeah.
to get that craziness to go in there. I tell you, once you get into the dripping, it's kind of fun. All right, so I'm not doing a very good job at telling everybody what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is work on the last, well, actually there's two. You can see one is there, but I'm going into the one that goes into the little private area there, just inside there. So I'm going up there and then I'm getting it wet again. And because you guys are doing yours orange and pink, I'm doing mine green and yellow and stuff like that. So it'll work. We all kind of have our own little color going on here. But I think it'll work. As long as you know, I just have to in my brain think, okay, wherever it's orange, I'm doing it this color and stuff like that. So I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I think it will. I think it will. A little train that could, right? I didn't even hear your dogs barking, Marianne.
I know they surprised me.
Wow. See, just right when you thought they were going to bark, they're not
Yeah.
barking.
Just when I thought they were going to be bad, they were good.
Hmm.
If only that would, they're usually good.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting better, and so are they.
Yeah,
I
you're.
don't know if we are teaching them or they are teaching us.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure they're teaching you. Well, when the guy came over to do our dogs, Bella acts like she's been abused. She curls up and she acts really subservient, like, oh, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. My parents hurt me all the time. And I'm just like, whatever. We never. We're so nice to her. But she has this weird way when people come over, it looks like she's telling them that she's an abused dog. It's very weird. Mm, it's strange.
Must be Dawn.
It's got to be. Okay. Gosh, I love these colors. I mean, it's just so much fun to see what's going to come up when you mix them, you know? Whew, this is crazy, you guys. So I'm going to put water down and do a little blowing. Man, that's fun. It just looks so drippy. Look at that, you guys.
I'm scared to do it.
It's crazy drippy. And I'm even going to I'm even going to splash it later too. It's pretty crazy, huh? Yep. Did you get that line in where his mouth is, kind of? Did you go in and get it in?
I'm letting it dry a little first.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. Yeah, don't get it pre-wet though. Just go in there. That's what I'm doing. And like around the eye and stuff, I'm trying to get it darker. So to get the bags under his eyes, it kind of looks like he's got bags, even though he really doesn't, but you know. Ooh. And then that part around his nose, like his bulbous thingamajigish. It's hard to tell what it is. Boy, maybe I should do a little bit of checking up on what the parts are called, huh? First. Da, da, da. There we go. Yeah, I might have to blow dry a little bit of this because it's getting a little cray cray. All right. So, well, are you on your last one, the one that comes down that's sort of blue and not so blue? I don't know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm kind of improvising on mine too.
Are you? Okay. Oh, you're kind of doing different colors?
We'll report back.
Oh my gosh, we really are just kind of going hilly-nilly. This is not going to be a very good video that I'm making, but that's okay. People are going to be like, this is just like class. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. No, it'll be fine. You know, once people know that, you know, we're just adding color, that's what we're doing. We'll see what happens. Well, this one's a roly-poly too, but I didn't make it roly-poly. So I'm a little bit upset with myself, and I'll have to add the whirly squirrelies in later. Yeah. Did you notice that on your thing? Did yours turn out okay? Mine didn't. I forgot to put in, you know what I didn't do is I didn't do a lot of purple. Did you guys use a lot of purple in yours?
I did a little, but
Yeah, I feel
do
like
like
I
that
need a
purple.
little bit more purple. I mean, maybe we just have too many colors.
This very
know?
colorful, I will say
It
that.
is colorful.
I
Oh,
like,
I hope you like it in the end. I hope everybody's pleased with what they've got. And I got to tell you, you could even do another one. I got enough. I mean, I don't have a lot of the light blue, but I have a lot of the other colors. I could still do something. Mm. All right. I might do some little splashing on mine. I'm actually going to cover up with a piece of paper. I'm going to cover up the body, and then I'm going to take some colors. Whoops. And see about putting in some splashes. So here we go. Boop, boop. Yeah, as long as you cover him.
oh yeah, just around him? Okay. And you're
Yeah.
doing that with, just with your paintbrush?
Yeah. And now I'm going to take some, and it's real watered down. Like, like it's what, like I'm taking the light blue as well. And that might look kind of neat. Boop, boop, boop. And you could make it a little stronger by taking it and then whacking it down, like that. Ooh, see?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you pull it up, ooh, look at that, you guys. Check it out. Wait, hang on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but see? So I've got the splatters.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
do
I've
that.
got some
Oh, I like
stuff
that.
going on. And I think it looks neat that way, If I could put in some more. Yeah, it works. You don't even have to really cover it up either. Now, I made the mistake of not doing the inside of him yet. And so I just did his nose, but I didn't get his body. So I will have to go in and get some of his body done. Mhm. So see if I can get that in there. And we haven't even taken, we have to blow dry it and then take off the little pieces, right? So don't forget, we've got that part to do. FYI. All right. So So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blow dry mine and get ready to take off the dots.
Okay.
Okay, guys? So this is monumental. Just want you to know that we're getting close.
One thing, Joan,
Sure.
it's like I'm confusing myself with where it needs to be white. I like left a white dot. Let me just look at yours for 1 second.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
You
Yeah,
got the right spot?
got it. I like just didn't fill in something. I thought it was
Yeah,
supposed to be
there's
white
that
and
one
it's not.
little spot there, and I had that too. And I'm trying to make it dark under his nose. Remember, get a little spot that's dark under his nose so that it looks like his neck, if he even has a neck. Does that make sense? So his nose looks like it's coming up a little bit. I can't even explain it, but you'll see it when you'll know. They should do a Far Side thing with an octopus painting a human.
Yeah.
You know, Like, look, I don't know what this piece is, but they've got this weird thing sticking up here. I've seen them on the beach. They really look stupid in their Speedos. Now, wouldn't that be funny? Mhm. Mm.
Joan,
Yeah.
I I was a little bit slower than you. Show me how you did those the blowing things. Mine
Oh,
looks a little
sure.
bit dry.
Sure.
Did
So
you
what
get
I
it a
did
little?
is I take clean water and
Yes.
I put a little wherever there's a low point, and then I take a little bit of the color that I was using for there. See? So
Yeah.
I dab it in so it almost looks like I've got a little extra puddle
Oh
of
yes.
goodness. And then I'm going to turn it around and pick it up and then go like this. Are you ready?
Yes. Are you
And then
using your straw or are you just
I'm
blowing?
using my straw. Yeah.
Okay.
So I make a little puddle of water where I want it to go. And then I add a little bit of my paint to it because I want it to have some color. And
Uh-huh.
then I literally just take my thing and go like this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's almost like he got out of the water. You know, he went into the teapot.
And he's dripping.
And then the only other thing I'm going to do for his eye is I'm going to take my pen and once it's dry, make sure I put in his eyeball. He
Right.
has quite a big eyeball, and I'm going to draw a line around it so that it looks like it's got you know, like it just looks like it's you know, an eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little eyeliner.
Yeah, a little eyeliner. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. That's the ticket. So now I'm going to put this on mute so you don't hear my blow dryer, but I'm actually going to blow dry it as best as I can, and then we're going to take off the dots. Are you guys prepared for that?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so here I go. I'm going to mute you. Hopefully it'll work.
No, get down. Get down.
Hi guys. So this is it. This is the big reveal. Are you ready for me to take off the bumps?
Yes.
All
Take it
right.
off.
Take
Take it
it
off. Take
off.
it
Okay.
all
So
off.
what you do is you wiggle your fingers back and forth, and you can take a piece of tape if you want to too. So sometimes people will take, you know, a piece of the tape like we used for the actual thing. Let me just take a little bit of it, and you can twist it around like around your finger, and that'll work too. But if you just roll it around just real gently, it has to be dry, of course. you will take off the boogers and it reveals a nice white underneath. So I'll get real close here and show you. I've got the piece of tape and just gently rub it back and forth, and all of them will come bunk, 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 bunk off.
Wow.
I
Wow, that's
know.
cool.
It's like magic. And as long as you're using good paper, you don't have to worry about it ripping or anything. Only bad thing is if you let it sit too long, can be a problem. And or if you dry it with a hot dryer or whatever. Okay, so now you just kind of dust them all off and feel over it. And there's not a single one. And now look at all those suckers, you guys. Isn't
Yay.
that awesome? And then,
Cool.
you have them all over your floor and all over the place. But what do you do? So, um, then what I might do later is I'm going to put dots in the middle. I'm not going to do dots all over the place, and I'm going to make some light and some, they don't have to be perfect or anything, and they don't all have to have them. If I feel like doing some more suction cups, I can take my white and do just little ones. Do you see how they have the little things going on there? It
Yeah.
looks like they've got little dashes on his face. I don't know if I'm going to put that in or not. There's all different stuff you can do, or you can just leave it the way it is. You don't have to. You can paint some of it too. You can go back in and very lightly put in the color that was there, because some of the suckers, you don't have to have them all white either, you know?
I'll be honest, Joan, I was very skeptical whether this was actually going to work, but this is so freaking
Do you
cool.
love it? The best part about when you're doing it is when you mask off an area and that you don't have to worry about it. And then you can do it. You can do your sky, and then you can come back to your, like if you masked off the sun, even you can mask off the sun and then do the sky bright, bright red and yellow and whatever. And then just go back to your sun and put in whatever color or, moon or what have you. So it really is a nice, nice thing to do. So the Mothers Club is having me do the one that I did a long time ago called Whale Kiss. You weren't around for Whale Kiss, were you?
No.
Oh, it's an amazing one. Look at it. The one that I did, I think looks better, but it's a little girl leaning over a boat
That is
and then the
so
whale. And
cool.
so I call it Whale Kiss. So I'll be sharing that. In fact, I can probably share it with you right now, but the one I did, it looks like the moon is coming down here, and I ended up making it a little boy, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And we use masking fluid
Oh,
for the sun, excuse me, for the moon, for the staff, for the boat.
oh, so it stays
And
white.
so it stays white, and then at the end we paint it, and it's just gorgeous. And I give
Wow.
you squirt bottles because we hold it up while we squirt it and make it, and just so the ocean, everything about it is just, we made it green and all sorts of stuff. So I have that somewhere, and I'll have to go see if I can find it for you guys, because
I'd
it's in
love
my
it.
she shed. It's in my she shed. So I'll have to go find it. Yeah, see if I can find it. We shall see. So I'm going to continue with this, and I'm just going to put in my dots, and I then will also maybe splat it a little more, but I just think it looks so good when it's got the runnies and the drips and,
Yeah, I do love
everything. I think what I like too is not blowing quite as hard and just letting it run. That looks good too. These drips right here, where I didn't necessarily have to blow so hard. I could have just blown gently, and then it looks like he's wet. not like he's streaking down the road.
And
You
so
know,
when you put your dots like in there in
in the
the
thing,
surface,
yeah.
or do you just do that with your pen?
No, I don't. I actually do it with the paint. I'm going to do some right now.
Okay.
I go ahead with my paint, and depending on what color I want to put in there, like on some of them, I'm going to just put a very light dot, you know, and I'll show you right now how I'm going to do the dots. I'm looking at the picture, and I'm just doing a little bit like this, and just putting in, and they're not even dots. It's almost like some of them are little lines. And then it looks like too, they took it and they even went and washed over a little bit of it. So some are washed over with color and some are dots. And I think that looks pretty too, you know? So I can go like this and get you know, they're still suckers. Do you see how I just painted this? I just took water and went over them like that.
Oh,
So now all I did was just take a little bit of water, and then I'm going to put dots in a few of them. So that's an idea too, you know,
just to lighten them up a
just to
little.
lighten up a little bit. And you don't have to have much, you know. So here it is. I'm putting in some little dots. And I think it looks pretty when they don't all have dots.
And then what color are you using?
I'm using the purple for those. And then on some of them, I'm using the blue. The medium, like I'm taking the cerulean blue and a little bit of the phthalo and mixing them around. So it's sort of a dulled one. So these ones here, see how I'm going to just kind of go like this. And then if I think they're too dark, I will take my paper towel and blot it. So I'll let them sit there for a minute like that. And because I don't want them to be quite so bright, I can let them sit for a minute, and then I'll take my paper towel and just lay it on top real gently. And there. And that sort of mutes them, you know? Oh, yeah. But I think if it'll just give them the idea of course, we know they're suction cups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd love to see your guys's. We're going to have a show, but I will stop recording. I don't think I need to add more, you know, where I thought I needed them. I really don't think I need them. I thought I needed some more up here, but I don't. And then there are areas you can always make a little darker too, you know? And some of them don't have to have dots. And you can even go over the ones that are now colored. You know, like these are my purple ones that I made purple. And now I'm putting in my blue dots. I am so excited to see how these turned out. Are you happy with yours?
I am. It's super colorful, which I love.
But
No, I just
you like it.
I like it. I
It's
have to work on the splatters, but
oh, okay.
I'm
But
always
remember, you
scared to
can.
do that, you know.
I know because you've worked so hard, and now you don't want to
That
screw
takes
it
a little
up.
more bravery than I have right this second.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But aren't you glad we went around and did the dark on the outside of some of those suction cups? Because it really makes them stand out. I'm
Yeah.
looking at these right here, and
Yeah.
wow, that just
Yeah,
stands
I'm
out.
struggling with that, I must say.
Yes, I am quite pleased at how our suction cups came out. And then it just happens so quickly, you know? For the next one, I'll probably do it in orange and everything. But I just wanted to see what it would look like in green because I love that color green with the blue. I think they complement each other better, but oh well.
I'm afraid I might be making a mistake more pronounced.
Why? What did you do?
I added a little too much dark on part of the body. I'm going to
Yeah.
use a paper towel and dry it off a little bit and then add some water to it. And
You can add some white later once it's dry to
yeah,
lighten it. There's an idea, right?
actually blotting it a little bit really helped.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I'll show you in a second.
Okay. All right.
Getting busier and busier.
Is it getting busier?
I think how did I get that little guy? I must have missed a leg. I did miss a leg.
You missed a leg?
Well, not all of his leg, but just a section.
Let me see.
That
Okay,
happened
wait.
to me.
Can
That's
I
why
spotlight
don't
yours?
know, like I missed it.
Let me wait. I have to spotlight you.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. Whoa. Wait, I don't want to mute you. Can you unmute yourself? I'm sorry, I accidentally muted you. Sorry. I meant to spotlight you. Oh shoot, I still have
There's a-
spotlight. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna remove. Oh, you know what? I can't do it until I stop share. Okay, there we go. Oh,
There's a little line right here and I didn't see it.
oh
So
my
this-
gosh.
It's missing. I'll just